Amma and the Shadow in the River. Long ago, in the lush, cocoa-rich village of Adamf in Ghana, there lived a striking young woman named Amma. At 18, she was considered too old to be unmarried by the village's tradition, where most girls were wed by 16. Yet Amma refused every suitor, handsome, wealthy, or wise, who came knocking. Her heart remained unmoved. Her parents pleaded, neighbors whispered, and young men competed for her attention, but Amma stood firm. She wasn't waiting for the best. She was waiting for something more. One sunny afternoon, while tending to cocoa pods on her father's farm, Amma met Kwame, a kind-hearted and courageous hunter with a mischievous smile. He was 18, her equal in age and spirit. Over time, a beautiful friendship bloomed between them, filled with laughter, stories by moonlight, and quiet walks under the tall trees. Though Kwame longed to ask for Amma's hand, fear held him back. What if she says no? He wondered. But fate had other plans. One day, before Kwame could confess his feelings, Amma beamed with news. "I've met someone," she said. "His name is Kwaku. He asked me to marry him, and I said yes." Kwame's heart shattered. Kwaku? Who was this stranger? No one in Adamf had heard of him. Despite the pain, Kwame urged Amma, "Please, learn more about him. Something doesn't feel right." But Amma was enchanted. Kwaku was charming, mysterious, and promised her a life beyond the village. She introduced him to her parents, who were instantly wary. "We don't know him, Amma," her mother warned. "Where is his family? His home?" But Amma wouldn't listen. She was spellbound, and against her parents' wishes, she secretly married Kwaku. When her parents found out, they were heartbroken. But their love for Amma ran deep. They forgave her, wishing her happiness. Kwaku soon told Amma they must leave for his village. As they journeyed into the unknown, Kwame secretly followed, determined to protect the woman he loved. Their path led them to a wide, silent river on the edge of the forest. "Wait here," Kwaku said, placing their belongings on the bank. "I need a swim before we cross." Amma watched curiously, until terror seized her heart. As Kwaku entered the water, his body began to twist and change. His skin rippled, his eyes burned red, and long dark claws burst from his fingers. Before her stood not a man, but a hideous, monstrous beast, a predator in disguise. Amma screamed, her voice echoing through the trees. Suddenly, from the shadows, Kwame charged into the river. Sword like machete in hand, he didn't hesitate. He didn't know what the beast was, but he knew Amma was in danger. He leapt onto its back, slicing at its thick hide. The monster thrashed and roared, flinging him like a rag doll, but Kwame clung on, striking again and again. With one final roar, the beast collapsed into the water. Amma lay trembling on the bank. Kwame rushed to her. "Are you hurt? Where's Kwaku?" Amma, pale and breathless, pointed to the floating figure in the river. As they watched, the beast's body began to transform, shrinking, twisting, turning back into the form of the man she once trusted. Kwaku was the monster. The truth hit them like a wave. Kwame carried Amma home in his arms. The village gathered in shock as they listened to what had happened. Amma's parents wept in both relief and shame. "You saved our daughter," they told Kwame. "You have the heart of a lion." Amma, eyes filled with tears, turned to Kwame. "You were there when I needed you most, and I was too blind to see your love." This time it was Amma who asked, "Will you stay with me?" And under the golden sky of Adamf, Kwame and Amma were married, not by custom but by choice. And their story lived on, passed from fire to fire, as a lesson of love, patience, and the courage to protect what matters most.